Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dana. I'm here today to make a vegan mushroom gravy. If you don't like mushrooms, you can follow this recipe and just keep the mushrooms out and it still is delicious. It's really simple with some simple ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. So we're gonna start out with 4 cups. Whoops, move the camera. You gotta understand, guys, I got the camera in one hand and then I only got another hand to do everything else. So bear with me with these videos. I really am hoping that they get better as time goes and I get more experience with this YouTube thing. So anyway, I cut up a few mushrooms. I don't know how many, maybe 6, 7 of the little baby portobellos. And I'm gonna put them in there with the broth, and I like to add onion. This is a half of a small onion. So again, if you don't like that, if you like your gravy like really smooth and you don't want anything like that, you can just leave it out. The flavors will still be the same, but you just won't have the mushrooms. I love mushrooms, so I make it a mushroom gravy. I use this for the broth. Again, you don't have to use this as a broth. You can make your own veggie broth by just saving your scraps when you make like salads and different things like that. And you can freeze all those scraps. And when you have so much, when you have like a freezer bag full, you can throw them in a pot of water and boil them for like an hour, and then you'll have your own veggie broth. But I do like to get this because it's a paste and you get a lot of uses out of this. It is vegan. Now, Better Than Bouillon does sell a vegan chicken flavor, and it is really super good, especially for something like a gravy. But it's really hard to find. This one I can find just about everywhere, so I usually have this one in the house. So I'm going to just turn this on and I'm gonna let this come to a rolling boil and just kind of let the mushrooms and onions cook until they're nice and soft, and we'll be back to add the other ingredients. Okay, so here is the gravy coming along really nicely. The mushrooms and onions are softened. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in the onion powder, which is, the onion powder is one and a half tablespoons of onion powder. It looks like a lot, but believe me, this is what gives it a really nice flavor. If you don't like that much in it, you can always leave some out. And this is soy sauce. This is a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I think this is a good amount for starting with 4 cups of the Better Than Bouillon. You got to remember that also has salt in it, so you know you don't want it too salty, but I find that this is a good amount to add. That makes it not too salty, but salty enough. And I also have a tablespoon of parsley flakes that I like to put in there. And before I added all the rest of the ingredients in, I did let that come to a boil for about 10 minutes to make sure the mushroom and onion was well cooked. And now, while on a low heat, I'm going to add the cornstarch. You want to add this in and start stirring pretty much immediately. And that will slowly start to thicken. The cornstarch, I just use 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to 2 tablespoons of water. And I just whisked it together really well. Now, I haven't made this gravy in a while, so I'm not sure if that's going to be enough thickener. So you might have to add to that, but if I see that it's not getting as thick as I want, I will add some more cornstarch mixture. So yeah, we just let that heat up, keep giving it a stir. Okay, so I did have to add another 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the gravy to get the consistency that that I like. I don't like it too thin and I don't like it too thick. So that's really a preference thing. So just kind of add it gradually and see if it's thickening to your liking. And if not, just add another bit of cornstarch. I always mix it with a little bit of water in a bowl before putting it in my gravy, because I find that doing that keeps it from getting clumpy once you pour it in. So yeah, there's the vegan mushroom gravy. I hope you enjoyed this video. And here is the gravy that I just made over mashed potatoes. I made mashed potatoes the other day and then didn't have gravy. And I can eat them that way because I love mashed potatoes, but it's always good with a nice vegan gravy over top. So yeah, it's delicious, and also it will thicken as it cools. Like after you take it off the heat, it will thicken. So keep that in mind when you're adding the cornstarch. So there we have it, a delicious mushroom vegan gravy for mashed potatoes, and it's delicious even over vegetables. You can really put it over anything, and it just it makes it amazing. So please consider subscribing to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.